Hey friends, my name is Cindy Santos and we're here to work out. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight's class is going to be upper body and core. We're going to be combining a lot of different moves with each one of the exercises. I love compound exercises. It's just incorporating multi-joint, think maybe multi-muscle combo moves. That really allows us to maximize our work, first of all. So whenever you're doing multi-joint exercises, for example, a squat, a curl, and a press, I'm using the hip joint, the knee, the shoulders, and the elbows. It's a lot of joint work going on, and that's going to maximize our muscle work. It helps burn more calories, burn more fat, increase your strength, and it also ties in the core to all of the exercises. Now, if you would prefer just to stick with the upper body, you can stand in place and just go through the upper body moves. I will show you different variations, and if you would like to throw in some of the lower body work, go right ahead. Find your challenge for tonight, take it at your own pace, and just do what you're able to do and what makes you feel great. So we're going to start off first with a warm-up, and then we'll hit everything else. Grab your dumbbells, soup cans, water bottles, whatever you might have, even bands. I'll go through the exercises. We're going to do a nice big circuit, 1 minute, 30 seconds each, and then 10-second break in between. With that break, you can knock out a few more reps. You can also do some light cardio if you want, or do a light stretch. Let's go ahead and get it started. Again, my name is Cindy. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Let's start with a little shoulder roll. So tonight's workout will be fun. We'll have a blast. We always have a blast, right? Now roll it forward. I'll take you through some movements without the weights, movements that we'll be doing in today's exercise. So let's just start with a little step, forward and back, arms. Good, let's loosen up, reach it up a little bit higher. And I know I start with this a lot, but I'm going to tell you, it's the easiest way for everybody to join into an exercise. If I start with something too complicated, you may not be ready right off the bat. You kind of need to warm up to it, right? So we just want to start with something very easy. Right now we're pumping the arms up and down, using the shoulder joints, just kind of loosening things up, and we're also increasing our heart rate. All right, now pull lower and come down into the legs. I'd like you to push your hips back. This is really important. We'll be doing a lot of core work, but again, we do have the option to tie in some leg work. And the hips do a lot of work for that. So push the hips back, get a little bit of flexion here, and let's start lifting up that heel. Good. I'm going to come down and up. Just add a little bit more movement. Perfect. I'm going to raise the arms just a little bit more. This will help stretch out the chest, back, shoulders, just warm everything up. Good. We do have some floor work, so this movement here, this warm-up movement, is fantastic for warming up the upper body. And I'm going to flip the hands. Good. Yeah. I hope you're feeling good today. I hope you had a great day. 4, 3, 2, and rotation. Good. So let's get down into those legs. Start engaging the core. That just means pull it in. And while you're doing this, I want you to throw a punch. And I'm going to have you try a few things to engage the core, okay? So keep throwing that punch. What I want you to do is imagine that you have shoelaces on your ribs, okay? And you're going to start to tie those shoelaces tight. Everybody thinks that when we hold our core in, we go like this, and breathe in and hold it up. We're not doing that. I just want you to knit those ribs in and pull in the belly button. Just pull in that belly button. Good. Let's do a hook. Take the arm around. Good. Get down a little bit more. So pull in the belly button a little bit more. Hold the tummy tight. This is how you want to start all of your exercises. This is what you want to feel during your exercises. Now you should still be able to breathe. That's the key. If you're holding your core so tight and you can't move or breathe, you got to let loose a little bit more. Uppercut. And come down a little bit more in those legs. Good. I love starting with the box too because that really helps engage the core and the upper body. Turn the legs with this. Warm up those hip flexors. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it to the sides. So we have a full hour of workout today. Whew. I'm really high heel back again, but this time little tricep. Little tricep kickback. I'm leaning forward slightly, and I'm just squeezing my arms up. I'm going to come up a little bit because everybody says that I'm so tiny on that screen. So if you have your phone, at least we can kind of chit-chat, right? Just start squeezing those arms. Good. You got it. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Hey, Amanda. All right, here we go. Jump rope. I'm taking the arms back, so just look, little circles, okay? Little circles. Boom, 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 boom. You can have fun with this. And you don't have to jump. You can do a march. So all of these moves can be changed, okay? Good. Now forward. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to take it down and lift. Down and lift. Excellent. Let's start engaging the glutes here. They are going to help us with a lot of our moves. So lightly squeeze. And remember, keep that tummy tight. Gorgeous. Okay. One more. Woo. All right, step it back and reach. Good. I'm just taking that heel all the way down and reaching up. So let me turn to the side. Now I'm going to take that elbow across like this. Good. Ooh, that feels so good on that shoulder blade. So if your back ever gets tight, you don't have to tap the foot back, but you can go like this. These little movements really open up the body. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so sit and curl. I want you to start engaging the biceps just a little bit. We're going to start in just a moment. Let's get some movement. Good. Some of the same movements we'll be doing in the class. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Step it back, press. I want you to start engaging the shoulders. Just start squeezing. Good. And breathe. So in this lunge, I'm just tapping my foot back. Okay. Now, give this cheek a squeeze. Okay. Don't leave it hanging. Give it a squeeze. And my knee is behind my toe. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Now I'm going to switch legs, but this time the arms come out. Now I want you to squeeze right in here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Take the arms up and down. Just different movements that we'll be doing in class, but also to loosen up the joints in all different planes of motion. 4, 3, and have good music today. 2, and 1. Whew. Let me release the fingers. Shake it out. Just reach. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach it forward, round the spine, and open. Round the spine here, and then open. 3, 2, and 1. Hip circles. 3, 2, and 1. Other way. Okay, so make sure our weights are ready. Always err on the side of light. Let's not start with super heavy weights from the very top. Kind of give yourself a moment, and some of these exercises can be done with 1 dumbbell. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I'm going to start our timer, and then we're going to hit everything else. So the very first one is going to be with dumbbells, and we're going to do bicep curls with a twist. All right. You'll start with the right or left foot. It doesn't matter. I'll tell you when to switch. So, we're going to start with a curl, and I'm going to come up, up, and back. I'm just adding movement to this. Now, try not to sway the arms. I don't want to swing them or sway them, okay? Just nice and easy. Up, up. I'm going to come down a little bit more. Down, down. Yeah, you knew that was coming. Down, down. Now, do you have to do your curl at the same time? No. You can wait. You can step up, step back, and curl. Step up, step back, and curl. Just hold the arms at 90 degrees. Get a little isometric hold here for the biceps. Good. This is going to start engaging them. So you can come up, come back, and with this movement, I'm really using the core. Good. Now switch sides. So I'm just going to the left side. Sit and back. Sit and back. You can also flip to hammer curls. Is this necessary? No. Again, you can come up, come back. Keep the tummy tight as you're using those arms. Up and back. Woo. This is what I mean by combo moves, compound moves. I'm using the elbow joint, hip joint, knee joint, and a little bit of flexion in that ankle joint, not too much. But that's a lot. One more. Woo! Okay, so now we're going to take one leg back into a lunge, and we're going to press up. Okay, that's the very first round. First half of the exercise, settle into that lunge, or just do a stagger stance. You don't have to come down. You can either stand with the feet out like this, side by side, in a stagger stance, or to make it more challenging for the entire body, you can come down into a lunge. You can hold one dumbbell. You can hold both. You can do one arm at a time. So if you start to tire, just slow down and hit one arm at a time. And remember, start with a set of weights that feels comfortable for you. And you can even do this exercise with one dumbbell. Whew. Now I'm going to switch sides. So come to neutral. And now with the other leg back, I'm going to lift out to the sides. I did include this in the warm-up, okay? So we kind of got a little bit of a sneak peek, but we got to prime the muscles just a little bit. I think it makes it easier when you get to the exercise if you kind of know what it's going to look like or how it's going to feel. Now again, you can always do one arm at a time. You don't have to be in a low lunge. Like these. One more. Woo. Wood chopper, one dumbbell. Feet are out like this. Turn, put the dumbbell near the thigh, bring it up, and it just comes towards my other shoulder. Now I'm turning with my core. So I am not just swinging, this is the difference, watch. I'm not swinging a golf club. I'm taking this here, turning my entire body. Good. Bend your knees. Take your heels with you. When I come to this position, I'm squeezing. When I come to this position, I'm squeezing. And I'm coming just to the side. I'm not trying to go behind, okay? Even though it looks like it, let me turn to the side. See how it stops right here? One more. Okay, stop and go the other way. So if you notice, I'm not throwing that dumbbell behind me. You can see it, you can barely see it on that other side. I'm just taking it to the side. So thigh up here to shoulder. I'm keeping my elbows closer, so this is a little bit tighter wood chop, and really tighten that tummy. Imagine those shoelaces on the ribs. You're starting to tie them snug. Pull the belly button in so you feel like your tummy is hugging your spine. This is also fantastic for your shoulders because your shoulders are holding the weight. So you get a little bit more work. One more. Woo! Okay, Superman push-up. Which means grab a towel or a mat. You can do these on the knees. So, I'm going to squeeze the muscles in my back and shoulders, come down, and push myself up, okay? Keep the tummy in tight. Squeeze everything, and then push. And take your time. Keep your core in tight, and always just look down. Keep a neutral neck. We want to keep the neck neutral. We don't want it to sag. So don't look underneath. Just look down at your mat. Let's just squeeze the back and the shoulders and your buns and your thighs. So we're working that posterior chain, but you're also working the chest and the front of the body and the core, the shoulders. Even your thighs are activated. You're almost there. Woo. Okay, let's take it up. All right, warrior 3 with a row. I'm going to start with one dumbbell. I'm taking one leg back, and I'm going to lean forward, soften that knee, okay? You can lift the knee, or you can stay right here. So I can either lift my foot up off the ground and hold here. You can always hold on to a table, a chair, or a couch, or a counter. Okay, if you don't want to hold your balance, hold on to something. So you can either elevate the leg and bend your knee like this. Just make sure you have a nice forward fold here. The standing leg is soft. Or you can extend the leg out, come down a little bit more. Ooh, ooh, gotta tap my foot. So this is going to really challenge your balance, but your core. And switch. So I'm going to start here. So the reason why this is great is my core is more activated. And in order to keep those shoulders squared, hips squared, as I'm pulling back, I'm really feeling my lats work a lot more. Okay, I really am. I can't rotate my body. I can't throw momentum into it. So I'm really maximizing the work here, but I'm also adding in more core work and then more hip stability and leg stability. And you don't have to raise the leg up, that's okay. One more. Ooh. Woo! Okay, bicep curl with a low sumo. And then if you want, you can come down into a burpee. If not, you'll just come up, march in place, and then do it again. So we're going to go 4 curls, 3 curls, 1, 2. You can do 4 if you want. So you can either stay here, come up, march it out while we're down on the floor, come back down. 3. I know you love these. I had to put these in there. I was in love with them the other day. Down, here, up, and lift. So I lifted through the chest first. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, these are like major calorie burners. And take your time. If you need to stand all the way up and then get down into that sumo, that's fine. I'm just doing 3 curls, but I really feel the work. 3, 2. Do you have to be low in that sumo? No, just soften the knees, and it'll give you some additional resistance. I was going to demo one leg at a time and a hop, and I kind of scooted out in a very strange way. So you can walk these out, or you can hop them out, or stay standing. That's perfectly fine. I really feel the core with this. And the biceps, I love it. And the legs. 3, finish it. 2, and 1. Woo! Dumbbell twister. 1 dumbbell. Okay, I'm going to hold this here. Tap back, tap back, tap back, back, back. You don't have to go fast, but I'm basically just going side to side. Start with the dumbbell close to your body. Okay? Take it out a little bit more. I'm keeping my elbows just slightly out. They're not like way out here. They're kind of at an angle. I'm coming down into the legs, okay? Come down into the legs and tap back. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you notice, the dumbbell is now a little bit further away from my body. And what I'm doing is I'm tapping the opposite leg. So if the dumbbell comes to the right, the left leg goes back. If the dumbbell comes to the left, the right leg goes back. And I'm holding the dumbbell on the sides. I really feel that core fired up. Squeeze it. I feel the legs, my heart rate, my obliques. I even feel my arms because I'm lightly pressing against the dumbbell. Woo. So if you push the dumbbell just a touch, you're going to really feel that chest, shoulder, tricep, and bicep fire up. That's what I'm talking about. Combo moves. So we get a little bit of everything here. And go slow. You don't have to go fast. And I'm just going corner to corner. I'm not turning all the way to the side. Woo! I love that one. Okay. Goblet squat press. I'm going to start with one dumbbell. The key here is to get the elbows into the ribs, okay? That's the key. We want to sit into a squat, and I want you to drive the power from the elbows up. Squeeze those arms and the core and the butt. Down. Sit. Ooh. There you go. Try to keep the elbows downwards so they're pointing down. We don't want to flare them out like this. Okay? Down. Drive that power. Comes up from the elbows, up through the palms, and just drives that dumbbell upwards. Do you have to squat? No. You can kind of give a little sit and a push. A little sit and a push. But guess what? You still have to squeeze your buns. The whole time the core is tight. How you feel? Good? I feel good. I feel good because you're here working out with me. You got it. And try not to let it drop. I want you to always control the weight coming up and down. These are great. And throughout the whole entire class, for this one you can use 1 or 2 dumbbells. That's up to you. Okay, next one. Woo! Try with the lunge back. 2 dumbbells. Just sit a little bit, and I want you to tap. 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 Keep the elbows back, and I want you to squeeze those arms. Now you can do one arm at a time because 1 minute, 30 seconds is an awful long time. From the tap, I'll show you how to increase the intensity by adding a lunge. But for right now, we're going to stay low in the legs, and you're going to extend that toe. Just take that toe back and reach. Good. Now, if you feel like your back or your core isn't strong enough, I just want you to hold it here, okay? Good. Now I'm going to step back, press, and up. Load, press, and up. Load, press, and up. And you can come down lower. That's up to you. It's not necessary. We want to keep the focus on the upper body and the core. So if you feel like a leg movement is compromising what we're trying to accomplish here, then I want you to back off a little bit on that leg movement until you feel like your emphasis and your goal is being met here for the upper body and core. One more. Ooh, I like that. Woo! Okay, hit the floor, mountain climber. Two on the ground, okay? You can do these on the knees, and I want you to squeeze your tummy or on the toes. Nice and controlled. Try not to run these out, please. Imagine the movement is pulling the knee in, and you're squeezing a grapefruit that's on your tummy. Pull that knee in and squeeze. This is great for the entire core. This is great for the triceps. I want you to open up those fingers. Hands are right underneath your chest and shoulders, about shoulder width apart. Good, and just press evenly through the entire palm. You can come down and rest at any time. You can cross over. You want to hold your plank, hold your plank. Shoulder blades are nice and flat. Hips are in line with the ribs, in line with the shoulders. You've got this, you're almost there, friends. Okay, second exercise, dead bug on your back. I know it sounds funky, but it's a good one. Okay, so I want you to bring the right knee at 90 degrees, and I want you to take your left heel and just tap it on the ground. Okay, so right knee in the air, 90 degrees, left heel on the ground. Take your left arm is up and back or bent. You can bend it. You don't have to reach all the way. Now, this other arm, you're going to tap your thigh. Okay, this is how you remember. And then you're going to switch. Tap your thigh. Tap your thigh. I want you to lightly press that low back into the ground. And you can always tap the floor. Or you can leave the heel up off the ground. You can even extend the leg. But the key is to keep the tummy tight and to keep the low back pressed into the ground. So if you feel like your back is arching with this or your neck, I would like you to keep one heel on the ground at all times. And I'm reaching with those arms. Reach with those arms. And it's a 1-2 pause. 1-2 pause. Ooh, I love these. Hold it. Hold it. Keep the ribs tied in. Belly button tight. One more. Woo! Okay. Let's take it from the top. Grab your dumbbells. Ready? Here's that little step up, step back. So you can either step up and curl and step back, or you can come up, sit into a squat, and then push back. Come up, sit into a squat, push back. Squeeze. You can do it. You got it. Come on. Squeeze. Again, you do not have to come down into that squat. Use your core. I step back. The entire time my feet are apart, shoulder width apart. Now the other side. Up. Now if you'd like to hold on off the arms or the legs, that's fine. Pick one movement for a few counts and then start up again. You can always do hammer curls, or you can flip the palms. You can also hold these here at 90 degrees. Come back and squeeze. Ooh, I feel that. Knees are soft. Squeeze. And do one at each. That's okay. Get a little bit of movement in here, but that really works the hip area and your core. Good, and relax. Woo. Next one, wood chopper. Actually, no, sorry. Lunge. I forgot about that one. Optional lunge or stand here. Let's get a little shoulder press. Either your arms are coming up like this forward, or they can come out to the sides. That's up to you. So This is a little bit kinder on my back if I want to come down a little bit lower in that lunge. So for this round, I'm going to come here. The tummy is tight. I really feel that bent knee, the forward leg. I really feel the glute, the hamstring, and the quad. I'm holding on with the tummy. I really feel those shoulders. And as I come down, I'm really absorbing that weight into the lats and triceps and switch. So now let's switch this over to a lateral. Lift, lift. You've got this, friends. Come on. Woo. Chest up, chin up. You look fantastic. Remember, you can come down. You can do one arm at a time. Just do your best. Do your best. That's what it's about. Find your challenge. This is a great way to tie in that core. We can do this. Whew. Okay, wood chopper, 1 dumbbell. Looking for my other weight. There it is. Maybe on the last one. Squeeze. Thigh, shoulder. And turn your body, turn your heels. I'm softening in the knee as I come down and lift. The core is doing the work here. The arms are just there to support and hold the dumbbell. Your legs, same thing. So I'm going to squeeze right here and throw this over to the side. And stop. And let's switch. You've got this. Always have control, so even on the return, I'm controlling this move. You've got it, friends. Almost there. And don't worry about speed. I just want you to go with what feels strong. Grab your mat, and let's hit the floor. Superman push-up. Remember, you can do all of these on the knees. So, you can take the arms, shoulders, squeeze, press up to the knees. Okay, the core is tight, and then come down. Your hands are at your sides, right at about chest level. So right out to the sides of your chest. This move here is a full body workout. Core, back, glutes, hamstrings, and even quads, because I'm squeezing my thighs as I come up and as I come down. I get the arms, I get the chest, everything. Woo, I'm getting tired. Thank you. 10 seconds. Okay, take it up. Let's see. Warrior 3 row. All right. So I'm going to take one leg back. Is it this one? This one, yeah. One leg back, slight hinge. You can lift the leg or not. That's up to you. If you decide to lift the leg, You can hold on to something if you want. Just make sure that the hips are squared. So we want to make sure that both hip bones are pointing to the ground, okay? We're not rotating that hip up. So we don't want that hip to turn outwards, okay? Now, spine is tall and squeeze. Try not to go through this too quickly. I want you to really squeeze that elbow back. And this is a tough one. It's not easy. One more. And switch. Woo, but you can do it. I know you can. Ready? So I'm picking, first I'm going to start with my form. Pick this little warrior 3 and then come up with the arm. And I just like to hold my arm out here because I feel like by holding this out, I'm engaging a little bit more in that other arm. But it does kind of balance out the weight on my other arm. I really feel that entire core engaging with this arm stretched out, but it's not necessary. I do a lot of these, so you know, I know what it feels like and how to execute the move. I'm used to this. I'm practicing it a lot. And slowly bring it down. Woo. Bicep curl, sumo burpee. Yeah. I want to do 4 curls. Okay, so get down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set them down, either march or step it out to a burpee. You can even do 4 mountain climbers if you want. That's optional. Just mix and match, friends. Do a variety of things. Ooh. There you go. 4, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I really feel this. I love these. This is really forcing me to use my core and my biceps. You got it, friends. Come on. You can do it. Just a little bit more. I believe in you. Up first. I don't want to start lifting that bicep when I'm down. I want to come all the way up first, get good form. Woo! Okay, scissor dumbbell twister. All right, ready? Grab on the ends. Now, lightly press it together. Fire up those arms, side to side. So I'm just imagining that I'm pulling my elbow back here. I'm like tapping my elbow to my side. More challenging is taking the dumbbell away from the body. I'm coming down a little bit lower and I'm just tapping. I'm just going side to side, corner to corner. I'm not going all the way here, okay? It's not all the way. Side to side. 1, 2, 1, 2. Got chest level. Tummy level if you need to, that's fine. Lightly press against that dumbbell. You'll fire up the chest, biceps, shoulders, triceps, core, everything. So it's just a little extra. Ooh. Spine is tall, and I'm just extending that leg back, back, back. Woo! We got it, come on. And I'm going away from the leg that's tapping back. So right leg taps back, dumbbell goes to the left. Woo! That felt great. Okay, goblet squat with a press. Either 1 dumbbell or 2. Okay, I'm gonna grab both of mine. The key with this is to hold these down, elbows are down, and you sit, squeeze, lift. Okay? Sit, squeeze, lift. When you bring your dumbbells down, imagine the weights absorbing, okay? Absorbing into the sides of your body, into your core, your biceps, your shoulders, your triceps. Down, 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 down. Sit. The squat is optional. You can also do one arm at a time. This is perfectly fine, friends, or do one dumbbell. But the key is to keep the elbows down and near the chest, near the ribs. Now, the dumbbells aren't resting on me. I'm just using this angle of my elbows and arms, keeping the forearms parallel to each other, keeping that weight up here on top and driving that force upwards. Feet are hip width apart or slightly further, but not too wide. It's a standard squat, not really a sumo. And I'm telling you, if you control your weight, you're going to feel that everywhere. Okay, triceps. You can either tap back or not. So I'll start stationary. Hinge with the hips. Sit your booty back. Kind of sit into the heels. Keep your elbows high and squeeze. You can do one arm at a time. Now, I'm going to tap. Tap. About halfway through, I'll start loading into a rear lunge. Right now, I'm just doing a tap. But this slight movement is going to create a little bit of instability for my core. So as I move the arms, my core, my shoulders, my triceps, everything's working a lot harder, okay? My knees are soft. Now I'm going to watch. Load first, press, bring it up. Load, press, bring it up. Load, lean forward, press, stand up. Load, lean, and then stand up to neutral. Load, press, neutral. And I'm not swinging. A little bit of hip hinge. Keep the elbows close to the body. One more. Come on, one more. Ooh. You know those mountain climbers are going to feel good. Get down on the ground. You can be on the knees or you can be up onto the toes. Hips are nice and flat, kind of like in line with my ribs here. Shoulder blades. Hands are shoulder width apart. Open up your fingers. Press through that mat. You want to pull that knee in. Pull the knee in. Tighten up your tummy with every knee. And you can slow it down. These are really challenging. Breathe through it. You can also do a little tap rotation. Tap rotation. Tap rotation. Pick up the foot, tap. Pick up the foot, tap. And I'm not going far. I'm just trying to go to the other side. This really loads up the shoulders, triceps, the lats, and the core. Because as I shift my weight, I've got to hold on. And I'm not going fast with this. Woo! Okay, let's flip over, dead bug. Okay, press your low back into the ground, scoop your pelvis. Pull your tummy in, tailbone scoops under. Right knee 90 degrees. Left heel on the ground, slightly extended. Left arm up, so it's a nice long line. This hand is gonna come right to this leg, bent knee. Ready? And we're gonna switch. So this helps me remember which arms goes up over my head and which one goes down by the leg. So the bent knee, I'm going to bring my fingertips to my thigh, okay? Now, you can tap the floor with that extended leg, or you can keep the foot off the ground. Either way. But what I'm thinking here is I'm reaching as far as I can with my fingers and heel. And then I'm really forcing the core to work. Now, do you have to come this low with the leg? No. You can even come up here. Okay? So your back is nice and flat. You'll just switch off. Or like I said, go ahead and keep the heel on the ground. So there are different variations. If you feel yourself arching the spine or your neck, I want you to put one heel on the ground at all times. Keep that tummy in tight. Woo. Okay. Last round, friends. Let's go. Okay, ready? Up. This is optional. You can go ahead and do that bicep curl right here. So I'll show you. Up, back, squeeze. Up, back, squeeze. My feet are wide. Up, back, squeeze. Knees are soft. Up, back, squeeze. Try to keep the hips pointing forward. You can also do a bicep at each point. That's up to you if you don't want to do the squat. That's an option. But this little step up and back, whether you're in the squat or just traveling up and back, is going to force you to use that core. Because I'm really trying not to wobble my hips. My feet need to be apart, not too far apart, just about hip width apart. Tight tummy. Oh, I feel this. Tight tummy, tight biceps. Try not to swing. It's nice and controlled. And you don't have to go low. If you prefer to walk it up, this is fine, okay? Woo. Okay, hold that lunge, press up. You can do one dumbbell or two. Let me tighten this up. Take the right leg back, please. Either stagger stance or a lunge and press. Now, you can either step back here, you can tap, you can stand. This is all up to you. You can have the arms out or you can have them narrow. I did 2 rounds like this. I'm going to flip these out. This really taxes your core. If you feel this in your back, I would rather you go here and do one arm at a time. It's too much pressure. Do what feels right for you, okay? So only step back if you feel good with it. One more. Okay, lateral, switch sides. I'm going to start with one arm and then I'll build to 2. Again, you need to have the footwork the way that makes you feel stronger. Now here's a little trick. 2 arms is a lot more challenging. So if you have weights that are not as heavy as you're used to, do both arms. If it's still not heavy enough, do a half pump. Half or 3/4 way down and lift. Half, 3/4 way up. Or give me a pause and then down. Pause. One more. These are all different ways to load up the shoulders and add some intensity. Okay, next. Wood chopper. 1 dumbbell. Okay. I'm going to use my slightly heavier weight here for this one. Okay, thigh. Ooh, yeah, I feel it. And I'm not, okay, so The momentum is not for the dumbbell to go behind me. It's just coming up here to my side, okay? To my shoulder. I come down here to the thigh and turn with my tummy. It's my tummy, my core that's turning. A little bit more than we switch. Crosses the body of the chest. So try not to let it scoop through your belly button. Okay, and switch it, switch it. Ready? I'll show you the difference. So this goes across my body. This scoops under my belly button. It's not like this, okay? It's not like sweeping a broom. It's not like swinging a golf club. You go from the hip or the thigh across the body, across the chest. You got it. One more. And stop. Woo! Superman push-up. Take it down to the ground. I know these are quick, but they're a minute and a half, so you take your time to get to the next exercise. So, let's fly and then push. Squeeze, push. Keep the core tight. We're almost done, friends. Neck is neutral. Your hips are coming off the ground with your chest. So try to lift them up at the same time as your chest comes up off the ground. That just means that you've got to squeeze your buns and squeeze the tummy as you push. Ooh, these are tough. Oh, thank God. Okay. I wasn't sure if I could do another one. Okay. Bicep curl with that burpee. A warrior three. Warrior three. One dumbbell. Prep. Either tap back and fold or get that leg up. I'm going to start here. Anchor in here if you need to. Now, if you feel ready, you can hold on to something or you can lift. Now, can you lower and lift? Yes, or just keep the toe on the ground. That's perfectly fine. The key would be just to squeeze your buns and keep the core tight, okay? So you don't have to lift the leg. This is just another layer. We always talk about different layers. It just changes the exercise a little bit, but work yourself up to it. One way to do that is to hold on to a chair. That way you can keep your balance. So you would just hold on to that chair right here or to your side, or onto the counter, or onto the couch. And switch. Ready? Prep. I'm leaning, lift, and go. Give it that squeeze here into the side. You want to squeeze it. It's not fast. So you should hold maybe 1, 2, 3, then bring it down. 1, 2, 3, down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Keep that hip down. We don't want to rotate like this. Keep it down. That's part of the work in the core. Keeping everything nice and steady. 2 more. 1 more. Okay. Ooh, bicep curl sumo burpee. That was a mouthful. 4 curls. We're getting a lot of upper body work. I know that we do a lot of leg work. We're doing a lot of leg work today. 1 more. But being in this position here for that curl, I'm right here. It's really forcing my core to work. And then I'm dropping down into that burpee, which is going to help work my arms and my tummy. And it'll raise up my heart rate. 4, 3. All of these moves, our focus is the upper body, but we're throwing different things in to make it a little bit more intense. So let's just say you don't want to do as many burpees. Give me 6 to 8 curls, or even 10, that's fine. You can even march in place. So by being in this sumo, semi-sumo, I can't swing my body, which is what a lot of people do. They start swinging those biceps. I'm really forcing my hips to stabilize, my legs, and I'm really forcing all that power into the arms and core. You got this. Keep that tummy tight. One more burpee, please, please, come on. Oh, okay. Woo. Scissor dumbbell twisters. Okay, lightly press it together, so fire up. Okay, fire up the chest, fire up the shoulders, twist. My feet are just right underneath the hips, so let's go from head to toe. Shoulders up and back, okay? Chin is up, chest is tall. Now, slight press together with the dumbbell. So I'm just slightly applying pressure to that dumbbell. My elbows are just kind of flared, not a lot, just out a little bit. Dumbbell is at chest level. Check? Yeah? Okay. Core. That belly button is pulled in. It feels like my tummy is hugging my spine. Yes? Good. Tying those shoelaces on the ribs. Hips are pointing forward. Yes? Knees are pointing forward. Toes are pointing forward. Soft, bent knee. Good. Slow tap back. Good. That's all we're doing. I'm not exaggerating this. I'm just going side to side. Easier is holding the dumbbell closer to your chest, or further away is just a little bit more challenging. One together, 2 together. One more. Woo! Good. Okay. Goblet squat with a press. We're almost done, friends. You're rocking this. Okay, goblet squat here. Okay, rack those elbows in, squeeze tight, sit, press. The squat is optional. You can stand here and squeeze your thighs and butt, and then release and press the arms. It's optional. So let's try to follow this tempo. Ready? Sit, press up, hold it. Slowly bring it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Go. Down, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we are slowing down on the eccentric contraction. What does that mean? On the release. Because this typically, I can just let them fall down and that's super easy. But do I want to do that? No. Because that means that I'm missing out. I am so missing out on that opportunity to work those lats, to work those shoulders and triceps. Am I really holding on to that resistance and slowing down? I'm maximizing the work on the muscle, and this is what makes those muscles change. Okay, try with a tap back. I'll start here. So, tummy in, hinge, sit the weight back, okay? Bend your knees, elbows back. And you can go one arm or 2, okay? Now I'm going to start tapping back. Tap. Now if you found that your arms were tiring out last time we did these, and they're getting even more tired. I'd like you just to do one arm at a time, maybe do a couple of taps, and then add that other arm back in, okay? Or do both, do 2 taps, and then do another rep. Go at a pace that feels strong for you. It does not matter what anybody else is doing. This is your workout. Soft knees, hinge at the hips. Now, up, lunge back. Again, this is optional. Up, hinge back, press. Stand up, and notice how my elbows stay here the whole time. So imagine that you have Velcro on the inside of your arms, and your biceps are kind of like stuck at your ribs. Oh, I'm feeling it. Kind of a point, right? Ooh. Oh my gosh, mountain climber. Okay, hit the ground. Almost done, friends. You need to stretch, stretch. I'm going to slow these down. Go at your own pace. I'm going to hold the tummy crunch and then down. You can tap the floor. I'm not loading the leg, but I am tapping the floor. So do what feels right for you. Now you can do 8 and rest, stretch, come back up. Do another 8 knees. That's a great way to pace yourself. We can do this, friends. We can do this together. That's why we're here. We want to feel healthy. We want to feel strong. Oh my. Cindy, you can do this. Just work it.
10 seconds.
Man, you slow these down and these hurt. One more. Oh. Woo. No rest. Dead bug. Flip over. You're almost done. Last exercise. Okay. Knee bent, hand to the thigh, extend or up here or on the floor. I'm going to start here. Okay, switch. Look, I'm tapping the floor. My pelvis is scooped under, so my tummy's like a bowl. All I did was just tilt my tailbone up, and I pulled my tummy in. And if that's a little confusing, do this. I just want you to blow out all the air and lightly press your low back into the ground, okay? So blow out your air, press your low back into the ground, okay? Now bring one knee up and hold that tummy tight and go. We're gonna keep going, okay? We're almost done. Reach that arm, and if you have your feet off the ground and you're able to do this and maintain good form, which means that my back is not arching off the ground, neither is my neck. My low back is lightly pressing into the ground. I'm holding the tummy tight. So if I can do that, I'm going to try to reach a little further with the hand and the heel.
10 seconds.
Keep going, even through the bell. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're almost done. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! That was a good workout. Okay, let's go ahead and bring one knee in, please. And all I want you to do is turn the ankle. And I'm not squeezing the leg, I'm just holding behind my thigh and I'm loosening up my ankle. But this is also stretching out a little bit in the hamstring and in the gluteal area and also in my hip flexor in the front part of that straight leg. And let that leg just relax. And switch sides. Oh, that feels good. Just relax your foot. That was a nice workout. I liked it. It was good. 3 rounds, 11 exercises, each about a minute and a half. That was good. 10 seconds in between, which was perfect. Okay, we did a lot of core work, so let's do a little core and low back stretch. Place your feet on the floor, and I'd like you to roll your knees softly to one side. Now, the objective is to keep the shoulder blades on the ground. If you feel like that's too difficult, take your hand and just rest it on your hip, and you just turn your spine the way that you can. You don't have to force it. I don't want you to force that, okay? With practice and with a little bit more flexibility, you'll be able to lay that arm out and keep both shoulder blades on the ground. But don't worry about that right now. If you're coming over to the side and holding here, this is your stretch right now. This is perfect for you. Slow down your breathing. And now let's slowly place the feet on the floor and swivel to the other side. Kind of get your bearings first and then slowly lower. Oh, this side is a lot tighter for me, so it takes me a little bit longer to get there. Don't ignore your stretching, friends. Take a few minutes after we're done. Maybe pick 2 to 3 exercises that you feel you really need right now. Try to remember them. This is your spinal twist. And just repeat them. Do them a couple more times. Hold them about 10 to 20 seconds. Good. Slowly come up. Now, let's take both knees in. Grab behind the knees, and I just want you to pull your knees towards your thighs, okay? Knees towards your shoulders. And you'll feel a nice stretch through the low back. Rest your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can rock and roll it up, or you can turn it to your side. And when you turn the music down, woo! I hope you enjoyed the class. Let's take the legs out, bounce them. And I know these exercises, for some of you, for me too, they're not easy. I feel them. But I like having different layers because then you can do what you need to for the day. Now I'm going to take my legs out, and if you're a little tight, I want you to open your feet up to the width of your mat, okay? So you're going to sit up nice and tall. Breathe normally, and maintaining a tall spine, I want you to reach forward with your chest and walk your hands to either your thighs or to your shins or to the mat, okay? And that's all I want you to do. So kind of reach forward through the chest and the chin, and then I want you to scoot your buns and kind of push your tailbone back a little bit, and you should feel the back of your legs, your hamstrings lengthening. So I'm not trying to collapse into this. Right now, I really want to get the stretch in the back of the legs and all the way up at the top of the hamstrings. The only way I'm going to do that is by having the right angle and the right form. So I want to kind of scoot the booty back and push the tailbone back and just keep that forward lean. It's not about how far you come down with this, okay? If you can come down further, that's fine. But we don't want to round and collapse like this. Just nice neutral spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, so let's cross the legs here. And just kind of rock it side to side. And now let's lift upwards and relax this shoulder. Try not to lock it out and hold yourself here, okay? Relax and lift. That's all we want to do is lift right in through here. So we worked a lot in this area here, okay? And all of the exercises tied in that area. I love it. And down and reach. I hope you enjoyed the class. We had some fun things today, very challenging, different layers. Reach forward and round into your spine. Tuck the chin under. Always appreciate you being here. And open up. And if we do an exercise or there's a class that you're doing with me and you have some questions or something just isn't like clicking for you or you'd like to know how you can change the movement, please message me. Feel free to, or I'm always looking at comments, so you can always put a comment in the video that you did. So just put your comment there and I will be more than happy to answer you. Good. Up and over. Good. So now I just want you to relax and take one arm back. So drive that elbow back and up and just press. Just neutral spine. I'm not trying to like overly arch or have a really rigid spine. I'm just sitting up tall. Good, and switch. And I really don't like going like this because it really tightens up my other shoulder and it also puts a lot more tension on my trap. So I really prefer to do this. And it also works really well for people that do have neck or shoulder issues. This is a lot safer for, individuals to do. I mean, by all means, if you can do this and you have that range of motion and it doesn't tighten things up, that's okay. But it just locks me up. It causes my neck to go into spasm. So I prefer this. Good. And now just take your fingers forward and I want you to drive the thumbs down and then up. We did a lot of movement. A lot of planks, a lot of isometric holds here for the forearms. So let's just rotate. This is really going to help loosen things up in that elbow joint. Good. And now let's take one arm across. First, just cross it and grab your shoulder. And then I want you to take your other palm right above your elbow and just lightly push back. So this will open up your scapula, your shoulder blade. So the arm is bent, okay? My elbow is bent and I'm just reaching my fingertips towards my shoulder and then I'm just lightly pressing back. That's all I'm doing. It'll open up the tricep, the shoulder, and the shoulder blade. And release. So cross and tap right above the elbow and right here. Oh, that feels great. And relax. Take the head to one side and slowly switch. Ooh. Please feel free to comment. Let me know what you thought of the class, what you thought of the exercises, the workout. Share away. One more. All right, let's shake it out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a wonderful evening. I'm so thankful for you. Let's take a nice deep breath in. My name is Cindy Santos. And up and out. Woohoo! Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, friends. And we'll see each other again.